Alright, and welcome to my top 10 favorite toy pickups for 2018. This video is supposed to cap off my 2018 and kick off my 2019 set of videos. And first off, I would like to greet everybody. I hope everybody had a very happy and meaningful Christmas with 2018. And I hope everybody had a safe, fun, and just all out, clean, great, fun new year. Hope everybody had a safe and great time, and wishing you all the best for 2019. And I picked up a bunch of stuff for 2018. Not as much as I normally pick up in the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years of toy collecting. Been trying to streamline most of my collection, but here's what I thought were my favorite ones, and I thought that really were worth picking up for 2018. In at number 10 is Funko Pop Television 11 and Demogorgon from Stranger Things. You know, when I started collecting Funko Pops, I went crazy and bought everything. I've sold most of them, but I decided to focus on Stranger Things and Riverdale and a few Star Wars Pops here and there, but Stranger Things is probably my priority in collecting Funko Pops right now, and this is one of the better dioramas that Funko has come up with. This is an amazing piece. Something that you can just put on the shelf and really just display and just admire. I love what Funko's been doing with their Pops, especially with Stranger Things. And in at number 9 is the Clone Wars Ahsoka Funko Pop. And this figure was an absolute gem, in my opinion, out of all the Clone Wars Pops they released. And Ahsoka has always been my favorite Star Wars character in the cartoons, and I think this is the best version out of all the 3 Ahsoka Pops that we've gotten. When I first saw this at a hobby shop, I did not care if it was $13. I immediately picked it up, and I was so happy I actually got it. One of my favorite Funko Pops from the Star Wars line, Ahsoka Tano. And number 8 is the San Diego Comic-Con 2018 Transformers Generations Power of the Primes exclusive Throne of the Primes figure set. And you know what? I honestly was blown away by this figure. The whole mold, the figure mold, made so much more sense in this version. The first version was, I agreed, an homage to Beast Machines and all that, but between the orange and blue and the black and white, black and gray, I went with this one. I thought this was great. It was a nice way to display all of the primes in that rotating backdrop where you could mount all 12 primes plus the 13th prime right here. I thought if you were a big fan of the Power of the Primes line, this set was an absolute must-have. And at number 7 is another figure from the Power of the Primes toy line. This is the Amazon exclusive leader class Nemesis Prime. And you know, I don't care if people said that the details of the figure could have been better, the weapons could have been chosen better, but this is the only Nemesis Prime I have left and decided to keep. You know, I love the mold. I love the Power of the Primes Optimus Prime with Orion packs, and to turn him into Nemesis Prime and Nemesis packs, I was completely blown away. I was very impressed with this figure. I did not think it was going to be this great. I absolutely love this figure. And on number 6, we have the MP36 Masterpiece Megatron. And finally, we get a Megatron that kind of looked like the one we saw in the cartoons. I mean, this is how a Megatron figure should look like. He transforms into a gun, and he looks like the G1 Megatron cartoon character we've all grown to love to hate back in the 80s, fighting with Optimus Prime. It's over, Prime. Decepticons attack. Oh my goodness, I love this figure. And at number 5, we have the Marvel Studios, the first 10 years, Marvel Legends series, Iron Man Mark 7 from the Avengers movie. And I don't think I need to explain why I love this figure. Out of all the first 10 years Marvel Legends figures, this has got to be my favorite. Being an Iron Man fan, I wasn't even sure we would get this figure. I had already sold all my Iron Man figures that were not in scale here and there and all that. And I'd given up on getting this figure. This was the figure that's probably a favorite among Iron Man collectors. I loved it when I saw it in the movies, and I was so disappointed that Hasbro didn't give us a decent 1/12 scale Mark 7 figure, and finally we did. And I was not expecting a lot from the figure, but this figure blew me away. It had great proportions, it had great details, great paint apps. Definitely a must for all the MCU Iron Man collectors. And at number 4 are these two Decepticons from the Transformers Generations Studio Series toy line, Megatron and Lockdown. Now, admittedly, the Studio Series I felt were a great idea to give more accurate, highly detailed, a little bit expensive cinematic movie Transformers toys in toy format, and clearly the line had a lot of hits and misses, but these two figures were definite hits. This was a Megatron we've been waiting for, and I am so glad Hasbro decided to do this one. It's great scale, fantastic detail, and I cannot wait to get the damaged version. This Lockdown, finally, after several versions of the deluxe class movie Lockdown, we finally get a more accurate Lockdown in better scale, better details, better format. I love these two Decepticons. And third place goes to Psylocke, and I'm so glad that 2018 we got a lot of love for Psylocke, both in Hasbro's Marvel Legends series and Kyoto's figure complex. Amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Psylocke. I think both figures are an essential part of any Psylocke collections for all these Psylocke fans out there. And both figures had good points, and I'm hoping that we get more of the Jim Lee, the 90s X-Men, both in the Marvel Legends and the amazing Yamaguchi formats. I love Psylocke, and I'm so glad we got awesome figures in 2018. And at second place, we have the Power of the Primes, Dinobots. And growing up as a kid, the G1 Dinobots were my favorite Transformers toys. Together with my brothers and I would play with them all day. And it's a shame we never got reissues of the G1 toys, and I'm still hoping that despite losing the molds, Takara Tomy and Hasbro can somehow find a way to reverse engineer the existing G1 Dinobot toys and make new molds out of them. But it is refreshing that Hasbro and Takara Tomy have given us an updated version of our beloved Dinobots, and they are combiners. How cool is that? And finally, the top spot, my number one pick for 2018 out of all the toys I picked up, goes to the Solo movie, 3.75-inch episode 6, Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader in glorious 5 points of articulation format. I thought these figures were the best figures I picked up for 2018. You couldn't argue with me because these things are absolutely well detailed, well sculpted, and they only have 5 points of articulation. There you go, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this little ranking of my top 2018 top picks of toys that I absolutely love. I'm just kidding. No, this is an honorable mention. I love them all, but sadly they didn't make the top 10, top 11. All right, and top spot for 2018 actually goes to the War for Cybertron Siege First Wave of Autobot figures, Voyager class Optimus Prime, Deluxe class Sideswipe, and Hound. Need I say more? War for Cybertron Siege line, I have to admit, I was a little bit skeptical of how good they were going to be, but when I got them up close and personal, reviewed them, I was completely blown away. I am so looking forward to the succeeding waves of these figures. I absolutely love them. These figures are gorgeous. Thank you, Hasbro and Takara Tomy, for doing this. This is absolute fan service, and I am just so happy and very, very well excited coming into 2019, getting ready for succeeding figures in this line. So there you have it, folks. These are my top picks for 2018, my favorite toy pickups for 2018, and I am looking forward to getting more amazing toys, more amazing stuff in 2019. Do stay tuned for more videos in 2019. I do hope to make more Transformers, Star Wars, a bit of Marvel and Funko Pop video toy reviews for you guys. And thank you once again for all the support, for all the love, for all of you guys who've put up with my channel, watching my videos from start to finish, and really supporting me, commenting and discussing all things Transformers, Marvel, Star Wars, Funko Pops. I really enjoyed it. And for those of you who are here in Manila, I really enjoy meeting a lot of you in the malls when I do my toy runs, in toy conventions. Thank you for going up to me and getting to chat of all things, this passion that we have for this hobby of toy collecting. Thank you everybody. And again, I hope everybody had a happy Christmas and a very safe and wonderful new year. Here's to more of the good things to come in 2019. Until next time, thanks for watching.